Hello, everybody. I'm Jay,
What's up? This your boy Kevin.
and welcome to Ain't It Man. Apparently, this is really hard for him to coordinate when we
Really,
don't make
really
this
hard.
intro.
I have very bad rhythm. I can't talk today either. Got bad rhythm, and I don't know.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, man, this is our second episode, so you'll get better as we go along.
Better as we go along. Yeah.
Episode 2. We like to thank you guys for coming back. If you guys are returning listeners,
Guess what? Guess what else I got for him?
what's up?
It's episode dos.
Oh, here we go with the Spanish.
It's episode dos.
My Latino listeners, if you're out there, let's see how far he can count with this. Let's see how far. I want to see if we get to episode 20. Is he going to remember the number for 20?
Viente?
Is it Viente?
I don't know. I think it's Viente. That's my best.
My
I got.
Latinos, give me a doggone answer in the DMs on Instagram. See if he got 20 right.
Alright, man. So what's up, Jay? What you been up to all week, man? You been grinding? What's up?
I've been grinding, man. Me and the father been on the food truck. It's been, it's Memphis, so we always got weird weather when it comes to winter. It's been warm, then it's been cold, then we got ice, then it came just rain. But we've always been out here grinding like usual, man. So really crazy thing, somebody came up to the trailer the other day, and it's gonna come into my section about what I'm not fucking with. We have a menu, and somebody actually asked me for ribs, and we don't serve ribs at all. It says ribs no on the menu. This is gonna come to what I'm not fucking with later in the show, guys. So this is just a little preview of what's
it's
irritating.
Memphis. You didn't have no ribs in the back like it's Memphis, bro.
It's
You should have
Memphis.
just had ribs like on the side, like you knew somebody wanted some ribs, bro.
Okay, you know what? I want to ask you: have you ever seen somebody go to Wendy's and ask for ribs? I want to know this. Have
they
you
go to
ever?
McDonald's and get their rib sandwich.
That's a McRib. That's completely
They go
different.
to McDonald's and get their McRib, bro.
That is completely
Look,
different.
I'm just saying, you a chef, ain't it, man?
Yeah,
Then you should have had his ribs, bro. What the fuck? He disappointed in you, bro. You ain't doing your job.
it's
That's what
a
he said.
trailer.
That's what
Where am
he
I
said.
supposed to hide the ribs? Where am I
I
supposed
don't
to
know.
put the ribs, huh?
Hey, Jay,
Answer me that.
we got a problem, bro.
Well, what's the problem, Kevin?
The problem is you ain't have my guy motherfucking ribs. You supposed to when you fucking coming. You need to have my guy shit. When he come back, you better have that man motherfucking ribs. That's
Where
what
am I
I'm
supposed to
talking
have these ribs at? If I start doing that, you know what some people gonna start asking for out of nowhere, and I'm gonna have to start doing custom orders. Watch this. They're gonna come into that trailer. You know what I want? I want puffer fish from the doggone South China Sea, lightly seared in doggone electric eel sauce. Where am I gonna get that from, Kevin? Where am I gonna get that from? You're the chef. You're the man that runs the kitchen. Are you gonna order this stuff from Cisco for me? Does Cisco even have puffer fish? Does Cisco have electric eel sauce?
You know what they have though? They got some motherfucking
Reels.
ribs. They got some motherfucking ribs. Have my guy ribs. You in Memphis, bro. Don't disrespect my guy name like that no more.
What, man?
But I ain't had no crazy orders this week, bro. I was living good, bro. I was living high on the hog, bro. What we do this week? We had something crazy happen. We had somebody wanted a duck, and then I gave him a setup, and then he said, no, I don't want that setup, and he asked for something totally different.
So you had to do
So
it
it was
completely
cool.
different. So for the people that
So
are
that was
uninitiated in our kitchen, in our kitchen lingo, a setup is basically the stuff that usually goes on the plate to go with the protein. For example, if he was doing a salmon setup, what would be the salmon? Jasmine rice and
Jasmine rice, some kind of like green beans, some type of sauce, maybe like a teriyaki sauce or something, perhaps. Teriyaki be fine with salmon, boss.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't go with something more like a citrus thing flavor.
Yeah, teriyaki got pineapple in it.
I mean, okay, if you want to roll like that, that's on you. But anywho, guys, me and Kevin just getting our doggone pleasantries out the way. Welcome you guys into our little bit of our podcast. We like you guys to feel welcome, hear our little bit of banter, get comfortable. So if you're not comfortable, get yourself something to drink. If you got yourself something to drink, then just go ahead and sit back if you're driving somewhere.
Get yourself something to drink. I don't know what he talking about. Drink. Get yourself something to drink, man. Get right, man.
Hey,
get
look,
right when you listen,
I don't know
man.
when.
Get turned.
Hey, look, I don't
Get
know if
turned.
they in public areas where they gotta be, publicly ready,
Long
or
as
if
they
they
ain't driving, they can go ahead and tip a cup up, man. Go ahead, take a shot for me. Tell them your boy Kevin said go ahead and take a shot.
man, shoot, even if they are driving, half the folks in Memphis be drinking while they drive. I don't know why you lying.
I don't know nothing like that. Kevin does not recommend that you drive and drink.
We do
I
not
say
condone
you do
it.
one or the other.
We do not condone
Do
it,
one
and
or
yet
the
it gets done.
But I'm just saying, if you was bored and you was trying to have a fun drinking game, it might be fun to take a shot every time we say "ain't it, man." I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not
That is a
encouraging
cool
it.
drink.
I'm not encouraging it or nothing, but I'm just saying.
I'm encouraging it. That is a good drinking game. Tell us how far you got into it before you just said you quit, man. Because I know, man, most of y'all are not going to make it past like 6, ain't it, man?
Ain't it, man?
Now, that's 2.
They ain't gonna make it.
They ain't going to make it. Not through this show. Not
All
through
right,
this show.
so listen. At work, I had the dude who wanted the duck. That was crazy, but it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much of a big deal. Let me see what else went on this week. It's Tuesday to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We worked from 5 to 9. Got there at like 2. Did some prep. Served some food. You know what? There's no standout things from this week. It was just a good week.
It was just a good week for you.
It was just a good week, bro. Like, nothing else stands out. The duck thing, like I said, had me slightly upset because I made a plan, and then somebody was like, U-turn, flip the bitch on that plan. I was like, you just gonna make your own menu, ain't it, man? Motherfucker.
I know, right?
But, yeah, besides that, I think it was all good. Man. What I do this week? Oh, I fixed the flat on my car. Did some meal prep.
Okay.
Went out and did macaroni Mondays, which y'all need to come check me out. If y'all live out in Winchester and Kirby, I'll be in that R&B truck slanging macaroni and cheese on every Monday.
You need to go and check him out. His stuff be fire. I'm telling you right now. I work on a truck, and I'm glad I don't have to work on the same block as him, because I would be mad.
He with the shit, man.
I'm mad.
We know you flies ain't it, man?
Ain't it, man?
Bullshit.
You sure about that, man?
But yeah, man, it's been just a cool week. I'm trying to think. I have like nothing stands out. It's like crazy, and normally it do, but nothing stands out, man. It wasn't smooth, but we made it through. We survived.
We survived, man. We survived to grind another day.
I know, right? So I guess then it's time for nothing else. But what you fucking with this week, or you ain't fucking with it this week?
Man, no, I know what I'm fucking with this week. I'm fucking with the release of that new Elden Ring game that came out. Now, I know a lot of y'all out there, y'all may not be interested, or y'all might be. For all my folks that's out there, this has probably been like one of the biggest FromSoft games that came out. It is, and you don't know about From Software, do you?
Mm-mm. Also, I don't know what Elden Rings is. Is this like from Elder Scrolls? Is this like
no, nothing even close to it. Have you ever heard of Dark Souls before?
Vaguely. It's a fighting game.
No, it's not a fighting game. It's not a fighting game.
But Dark Souls was a fighting game.
Dark Souls was not a fighting game.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I thought Dark Souls was like the junk with the like, it's like the weird ass, like people, like the one girl on there was like a cat and she fucking did magic and shit.
You're talking about Dark Stalkers.
Oh shit.
You just made like a whole 2 communities mad right now. You know that, right?
But it had dark in it.
That's
and
not
I'm
even
dark, so I can just say whatever.
No, you can't.
As long as I'm dark and it got dark in it, it's like I get a pass.
That's not the same thing.
They can't get mad at me because I'm
can.
dark and it's dark, so it's like pot kettle black. They can't get upset.
Yes, they can.
They can't get upset.
Yes, they can. It's the video game community. There's so many there's so many races in it that it's a shame.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, okay. But
so I'm talking about Dark Stalkers.
You were talking about Dark Stalkers. That's what you're thinking about. Dark Souls was that very hard game that I think you tried like a little bit of, and I think you quit a couple of seconds into it because it was weird. It had no map. You could not pause. You died, and it tells you every time when you died. And it doesn't say you lost or you can come back. It said you died, and then you came back at a bonfire and stuff like that.
Nah, fam, I never played this shit.
Anyway, From Software is really famous for making these difficult games with like no way to change the difficulty on it, and basically just setting you in the world and saying, "Hey, you got to go fight these bosses and kill these folks, and if you lose, well, too bad. Get good, son." That's it. That was basically it, and it was real fun. And it's become sort of a really tight-knit community. So they came out with the new game, which is really good for their type. It's a really open world type game. So instead of it being really linear to go from one place to the other, you basically can go almost anywhere you want to from the start of the game. And it's a really ambitious project they've done. It's really pretty. I just started it myself. I enjoy it.
What system is this on?
This is on Xbox. I believe it's the new Xbox that came out. The PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, and I believe, don't quote me on this, guys, but I believe it has a PC port. So, From Software did that thing. They released it on all platforms, I believe. So, they really outdid themselves with it. It's a really pretty game. I've enjoyed it. I only played a little bit of it. I'm getting my ass kicked by literally like the first boss you get after you get out the tutorial area. So I am just sitting there looking at this thing. I think I got lost and got sent into a crystal cave. So those of you who are playing this game, you know just how badly I messed up because I didn't even get my horse yet. So yeah, I messed up badly.
You get a horse? So it's like Red Dead Redemption.
Something like that. You get a spectral horse. You get to summon your own horse. Your horse doesn't die and it just stays dead. So it's pretty cool. Kevin has put his hand on his head like, I don't understand why you would take this one thing from me. Are there any guns in this game? He's going to ask. Can I shoot somebody? There are bow and arrows.
I was not going to ask, are there any guns? I just was going to ask, why are you wasting your time on what sounds like a horrible fucking game?
It's a great game.
It sounds horrible.
It's a great game.
It sounds horrible. Like,
why does it sound horrible?
It just sounds like a not good time. It sounds like you're like punishing yourself in your free time. Like you were like, work wasn't hard enough. Let me go and do something else that's even harder and call it fun.
No, it's more or less to the point of playing something and getting that satisfaction of finally beating it, okay? It doesn't make it easy for you. You can't turn down the difficulty and it be easy and you're like, okay, that's it. It's sort of that motivational thing for adults in our lives. Like, stuff doesn't get easier. It's gonna get hard. You gotta pick yourself up and you gotta keep going.
Are you doing reverse psychology on yourself? Are you Jedi mind tricking yourself?
How would I Jedi mind trick myself?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like this game is like a Jedi mind trick for yourself.
How did...
It's like
explain
it's
this
like
one.
This. It seems like you constantly disappoint yourself in the game, so that then real life will be easier and not be as disappointing.
No.
That's what it seems like. It seems like you're like I'm getting used to failure, so that when I finally succeed in life, it'll be great again.
No. But this
you're making ambitions great again.
Don't even start with
You're making ambitions great again, bro.
No.
I see what you're doing. I respect it.
Okay, well, what are you fucking with this week?
I respect it. I ain't fucking with nothing this week.
You ain't fucking with anything? There's gotta be one thing you fucking with. You can't be all negative stuff on this
week. Let me see.
You fucking with some food?
Let me see what I'm fucking with. Oh, no, not that. No, not that.
You fucking with some new shoes that came out?
I don't know, America. I ain't fucking with nothing, man. I do got my eyes on some shoes, but I'm trying to find a new shoe to go with. I'm trying to get famous enough to where somebody will give me a shoe deal. That's what I'm fucking with. I'm fucking with the Instagram algorithm trying to figure it out, but I ain't fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. It's two different fucking with it, but it still work. I'm fucking with it, trying to figure out how to get to this fucking level so that I can get motherfuckers to sponsor me. I need some shoes. I need a knife. I need an apron. I need a knife bag.
I need a knife.
I need some tools. I need some knife tools. I'm trying to get into some different plating. So if you got like a plating, like, no, not a plate company, but like a garnish tool set.
Oh,
company.
That's what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like a garbage kit.
Yeah, almost like a garbage kit, but you know, with the tweezers and all this, I'm like,
yeah,
good looking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to open up my mind and get to the next level of life.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to manifest some things into my world, into my being, into my soul.
Gotcha. This seems like a good time to say, once again, this is our quick little PSA when it comes with every doggone episode. Guys, if you guys want to doggone send us anything for us to give you guys a shout on this, please go ahead.
No, I thought you were going back to episode uno.
They say we only getting worse than this?
Episode uno. And I thought you were going to give your shout out to Audible for your sponsorship. You were hoping to get
speaking of which, yeah, Audible. Speaking of which, you guys need to get at Hugo Wesker and tell his tale to come out with that 5th doggone book for the race hunt. I don't care what you guys are doing. Get on his ass because he has not come out with that thing. And his last book came out, back when we were still in the teens years. Okay, so you need to go ahead and get
years.
Yeah, so like 2010.
He said, "You a writer, ain't it, man? Write the motherfucking book.
Write it, man. Write it." But Audible once again has. I think Audible now has podcasts as well.
Does they?
Yes.
Does they?
We
need to get on there.
Do
we need to make that happen.
I think we need to try to figure out.
It needs to be a feature podcast or something. I'm just saying. Nobody love Audible the way Jay does for some weird ass reason.
Hey, because they
I don't know why he don't like books and like bookshelves and like paper and fucking bookmarkers and dog earring paper. Come on, I'm just saying.
Do you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I want to get through a book without only getting through like 2 pages a night after working. All right. I want to be able to actually get through a book. And Audible makes that really simple for when I'm having to drive back and forth to stores. I can get through an entire story. And it reminds me almost of like my father who would listen to old radio stories, who would come on the radio, be stories, and people actually acting
That's
it
because
out.
your father didn't have TV when he was growing up.
Actually, he did, as a matter of fact. While you trying to check me, damn bastard.
Bro. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, bro. Your dad might be older than Dirk.
He ain't. He ain't. Because speaking of which, here's a little fun fact, harkening back to doggone episode uno, as you like to call it. When you mentioned the white cassette tapes, my dad knew the dude who actually put those tapes out when they had the actual name printed on there. My dad knew the dude who actually made all
It's
those
not
movies.
making your case that he's not old as dirt.
Oh no, it's not making the case that he's not old as dirt, but it's making the case that he is doggone old enough to know about a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I think he knows about everything since creation. He's been there and been knowing about things.
Oh no, now my grandfather, now that guy was old as dirt. Okay, that dude could have told you exact. I'm gonna tell you how old he was. Y'all probably ain't gonna realize this, but my grandfather didn't really have TV when he was growing up. So he would play out on the farm, and when I tell you, he would have him a thing of salt and go out on the farm, and he would be okay for days. He would literally just pick something out the ground, sprinkle some salt on it, and eat it.
I'm sorry, did you say he ate it?
Salt, like if he had
Because
like
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, okay, come on, B, you gotta explain way more than he would just pick something out the ground and sprinkle salt on it and eat it." B, it's like I'm thinking you talking about like bugs and slugs and shit.
No, he's on the
Because
farm.
when you first said salt, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna put salt on the slug and watch it like dissolve or some shit." But yeah,
I see where your mind is at. Your
I
tail's
just-
just a
I
fry
mean,
liking to kill stuff.
that's what I used to do when I was a kid. Fucking like I fucking slug up, bro.
Obviously. All right, so since Kevin is obviously not fucking with anything today, what aren't you fucking with this week, man?
Bro, what I ain't fucking with, I can't, man. Oh my god, y'all don't even know. I can't, man. I don't know. Oh, I've been waiting on you to ask me this.
I know.
I ain't fucking with.
Wait for it, guys. I almost wish we had a drum roll for this shit because he is about to go into a tirade, y'all.
I ain't fucking with my boys on the Lakers bullshitting and LeBron James acting like he don't run the motherfucking team. Bruh, you can't pick some motherfuckers and have a team and then be like, but I didn't really pick them. They just, that's what everybody else said. Ain't nobody else was like, we got to go get Carmelo. Wasn't no Lakers front office motherfucker like, we need Carmelo in the offseason. That was your ass, LeBron.
Ain't it, man?
Your ass brought back Dwight Howard. Your ass brought back Rondo. Your ass brought back motherfucking, what's that nigga name? Oh, shit. Hold on, what's the 3-point shooter? Ariza. All these motherfuckers who 1 foot into motherfucking retirement, 1 foot on the court. You brought all these old motherfuckers, bruh. You thought the shit was gonna work. Y'all got the motherfucking knowledge, but y'all body won't cooperate no more. I need you to just own up to that shit, bruh. You picked the team, it ain't working. They couldn't trade nobody because ain't nobody worth shit because they all old as fuck and they ain't did shit this year. That's what's going on, bruh. Gave up too much for Anthony Davis, goddammit. Even though we got 1 ring out of it, I appreciate that ring. I've been rocking with you the whole time ever since we left Miami, but you bullshitting, and I ain't fucking with you trying to act like you ain't Le GM. I'm just saying.
You ain't fucking with him acting like he ain't the GM at this
Yeah,
point.
bro,
Man.
you know that, bro. He know. Just the same way like he orchestrated the whole going back to Cleveland, picking up Kevin Love, and fucking picking up J.R. Smith and fucking Iman Shumpert. Like, look, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But you got to take credit for the fuck-ups, too. You can't just pick the good times to be in charge.
Man,
You was in charge the whole time.
Man, but you got to think about it. Didn't he leave off the court when he was losing already?
I mean, bro.
So you knew that's the kind of time this nigga's been on.
Oh,
I mean, that was during the playoff game, so you know that's the time of playing.
Look, bro. We've been great for a long time. We've been great more than not.
True
and
enough.
I know it's hard to lose. I understand. I've been here with you, bro. I've been watching. I understand, bro. It's fucked up. I watched us lose to the Warriors twice. It sucked. Did we lose to them twice or 3 times? I can't remember. I choose not to remember. I choose not to remember. We're going to say it was twice because I don't like it being 3 times. So fuck that shit.
Man, how you going to say fuck that shit? Just
fuck that shit. So, hey, is there anything you not fucking with this week?
Oh, man. I've been waiting for this one just like you. One thing I ain't fuck with, it's kind of a 2-parter. It's kind of conjoined. One thing I'm not fucking with is people who don't read or people who think they can make up their own rules after they read. And I'm specifically going after you people who go to restaurants, all right? First of all, let me say I don't know any of my listeners, well, I don't know most of my listeners personally, okay? I can't say any of them.
By the way, he knows most of them because I brought them all. They came with me. The same way I bring the business to the food truck, you know what I'm saying? I pull up. I got a van load of people with me, you know what I'm saying? We hop out, we eat. Actually, I'm lying. Everybody come in their own vehicle. But they don't show up till I show up, so I say that with me. You know how they
Speaking
go.
of which, I'd like to thank, the 15 or 30 or 50 or how many of Kevin's friends have chosen to join us today. I know you guys probably don't know me, but at least y'all know him.
They here because of me.
They here because of you.
Greatness, you know what I'm saying? When greatness in the room, you know what I'm saying? People tend to follow. You know
of
what I'm saying? And maybe some will rub off on you while you in here rubbing elbows with me. Maybe we'll get you a little greatness on you. And you know what I'm saying? You can go out here and do something.
Okay, here we go with the extraordinary Kevin.
Anyway,
here we go. Anyway, as I was saying before, I had to explain to all the Kevin's friends what this was going on about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck with you people who come up to anywhere and don't read a menu. Okay. Menus are put there for you guys. We do not do this shit just for our health or just because we need the help to doggone increase our words per minute on a keyboard.
Maybe he thought that you was a different truck. He thought he knew who you was and he knew the menu, so he didn't read the menu because he thought you was somebody else.
No, he read the menu. He read the menu. He looked at the menu. And the thing is, our menu tells you everything we serve. The dude still asks for something that ain't even there. I don't know if you're not reading or if you're just stupid. If you're stupid, I can go ahead and give you a little bit of a pass. But if you ain't reading, get away from the trail. I think if you don't read a menu and you come up to a window or your waitress comes around and asks you for something and you did not read and see what was on your menu, I think they should have the right to get you out of your chair, put you back in line to wait. That way you can learn your lesson.
Okay. Let me just stop you for a second. Then let's try this on for size. I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna ask anyway. What if somebody reads the menu, knows the menu well, and they create their own menu item? You okay with that?
At that point, I think you should leave and come back the next day. Okay?
Well, they read the menu. They took time out. They saw your menu. They read it, and then they decided there was a better chef than you. And they put something together.
That is 10 times worse than not reading, okay? If you don't read...
It's got to be at least like just 2 times worse.
No.
Because you really wanted them to read. You was really hard about them not reading. So at least they read.
No. Because here's the thing. When they ask for this stuff, okay? I'm going to tell you, this is what tripped me out one time. One time, somebody asked me, could I put full-blown chicken wings in a wrap? I said, the only way I can do that is if I take the bones out, or else you ain't going to be able to eat it. You're going to eat it, and then you're going to get that bone, and you're going to choke on it somehow. Okay? But they're like, well, nah, just do what I asked and put it inside of a wrap.
I'm not sure people understand what you're saying. Are you saying that someone wanted a fried chicken wing placed inside of a burrito wrap?
Yes.
Entire wing?
Yes.
Not boneless wings, like regular chicken wings.
Nope.
Like that you get at the wing joint.
Nope.
In the wrap.
Yep. Not deboning it, not taking the doggone meat off the bone, and then putting it inside said wrap. No. He wanted a full-blown wing inside of a wrap.
How do you eat a wing in a tortilla? This is interesting.
Yeah, okay. But
I thought I had heard it all. That's new.
But this is the point, guys. When you go to a restaurant or you go to a truck or an establishment, people, unless it's a pick and choose thing, if it's a pick and choose thing like doggone Chipotle, then, by all means, do whatever the hell you want to. Choose what you want, make however you want to. That's the purpose of it. Same for Genghis Grill. But the chefs put a lot of time into making these setups and these food really well balanced and put together, okay? They take time for it. I can understand if you take like one thing away. Say you don't want the mashed potatoes when it comes with 2 sides, you don't want the mashed potatoes, but you want macaroni and cheese. Fine, that's a pick and choose thing. But when it comes to like a setup to what like Kevin does, or when it comes to
I don't give any time to thoughts to what I do.
The hell
I just randomly put things together. I've been thinking about for a long time now, just putting like the ingredients that I have in the restaurant available on the menu and just letting you mix and match. Like why even bother every week? I think just like that. They're obviously better
now
chefs
you see
than
what push. I'm gonna tell you what pushed him to this point. I'm gonna tell you. You see what he just said? I'm gonna tell you what pushed him to this point because he will have somebody come up there and ask for something completely different than what's on the menu. Is that they read what he said? They'll read, but then they'll decide they are a better chef than him.
I mean, they're obviously a better chef. They obviously do this for a living every single day and think about flavors and textures and complexity of like how things work together and acid and salt and pepper and they obviously think about seasonings and everything and they know what works.
And they know that if you take the sea bass off of the sea bass setup and instead put it on the mahi setup, but instead of the mashed potatoes, they want you to do steamed vegetables, and instead of the regular sauce, they want you to put the doggone beurre blanc from the sea bass.
No, my favorite thing is like you do cream spinach and they'll be like, "Can I get cream vegetables?" And it's like, motherfucker. Spinach and cream spinach is put together. Cream vegetables, first of all, ain't a thing.
It ain't.
Second of all, it's gonna be fucking gross, bro. Why don't y'all just trust me? Why don't y'all just trust me. But I'm just saying, that's not the truth. I don't mind. I love it when you come in and change the menu.
We don't mind.
I love it.
As
a matter of fact, come to Papa's Peppers Wednesday, and everybody who changed something on the menu, you get to pay full price. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who changed something on the menu, you get to pay double. If you come up to Papa's Peppers on Wednesday, you tell them you heard the podcast and you change your item that's on the menu, we'll charge you twice. So don't worry about it. We're going to take care of you, man. Y'all
Speaking of that, man, one quick story before we get into our doggone corner store conversation piece.
Corner store conversation.
Before we get into that, we have this one customer. I don't know if he'll ever listen to this podcast, but I'm name dropping you, dude. I'm name dropping you here. The dude's name is Kelly, all right? Every time he comes up to the trailer, my father, at first he did not like taking the order because of how this dude ordered his food. But now he's learned from me how I doggone take this dude's order. He always comes up to the trailer and he always changes something. He'll order something and he'll flip it. The first time he came up to the trailer, he wanted a fried chicken wrap. And he wanted to add a fillet of catfish and shrimp inside of this wrap. And then he wanted to add hot sauce, the remoulade sauce, and our doggone spicy mayo. He wanted all of this inside of a 12-inch wrap. Now, mind you, my fried chicken wrap is already stuffed. Now he wants to add this stuff, okay? My father looked, he was like, that's not going to taste right. There's going to be really a lot of conflicting flavors. And then he looked at me, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'll do it. And he was like, well, how much are we charging? Because a combo just usually costs $10. I said, charge him $23.
How did you pull that number out your ass? You just hit that number, you was just sitting on the waiting?
No, this kid you not, all right? I charged him for a whole nother piece of filet. I charged him for how much the shrimp would have cost, how much shrimp I put in there. Because it costs another $4 to put in a doggone freaking filet in there. Our filet is doggone $4 a filet. And then I charged him for the shrimp. I think I put like doggone 8 shrimp or something like in there. So
how you fit 8 shrimp in a wrap? You like a Chipotle working ass motherfucker.
Man, I diced
those. Did you double wrap it?
No, I diced the shrimp up and I mixed it in with the lettuce and tomato when I put it in there. And then I cut the chicken up and then I put the fillet of fish in whole. Then I added the bacon. Then I did all the sauces. And then when I wrapped it, I tell you that thing had like one whole rotation just to make sure that thing was stuffed. And then I seared it. And I made sure I put cheese on the outside of the wrap. Not on the outside, but right on the edge to make sure that it was actually whole. That was actually one of the craziest things. And Kelly keeps doing it. So every time he comes up there, I give him like a crazy number off of what he's ordering. And my dad looks at me. That's the only reason that's the only reason when Kelly comes up there, I'm cool with taking his order because I know at that point I'm about to charge you for it because it's going to be something nuts.
I thought you was going to talk about the salt and pepper pickle dude.
Don't mention him. Do not mention him. Do not. There was a dude who literally came up to the trailer and asked us to salt and pepper his pickle. People out there who are listening, have you ever specifically asked for salt and pepper on your pickles when you order a burger?
Not your lettuce and tomato, just your pickle.
Just your pickle.
Just your pickle.
Just a pickle. Lettuce and tomato on, salt and pepper on your pickles, man. Please, somebody help me with this one. Because this still gets to me.
I spend a lot of time on the truck, y'all. That's why I can mess with him about these things.
It's
good times.
It's good. It's always good times. It's always good times. It's almost like, we can't mention that. We gotta wait for our raw chicken shells for that one. We gotta wait for when we know the money will be here.
All right, man. We going over time. Let's get to the corner store conversation. You want to bring it in? You want me to bring it in?
Shoot.
I'll bring it in. What kind of rock you been living under? If you don't know about our good friend to the east, to the west.
He's to the east.
To the east?
Yeah. Well, he's either way.
If you go either way, you'll get there. But our good friend Russia and Vladimir Putin out here, man, shitting on little Ukraine, man. I don't know what's up with that. We're gonna take a little second to talk about Vladimir Putin, little head, big body ass.
Yeah. Little head, big body.
But man, it's just crazy to me, man. I can't figure out what's his end game. I can't figure out the goal. Like nobody know. Like I mean. You can't fuck with America because, we got the nuclear weapons. I feel like it's just it's like mutually assured destruction.
That's basically what the Cold War was like, wasn't it?
But I think so. I think, what I'm saying, they can't fight each other head to head, so they got to put money in somebody else and let some puppets fight each other because they can't fight each other the way they want to.
Right. That's almost like what happened when it came to that whole doggone either North Korea or Vietnam type of thing.
It's been us like all over the globe picking a horse and putting it up against their horse and then see what happens.
Right.
But, man, I don't know. I can't fully wrap my head around why he would want Ukraine. But I mean, I heard stuff about like he want the resources. I heard that it's like a protection type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I just, it's just so unheard of to be like somebody's going to war, and it wasn't like I guess somebody got to be the aggressor for it to be a war. But it's just so weird to hear somebody like, we think we so civilized nowadays, and then to just hear somebody like, hey, that's mine, I'm taking it. Like if he was black and he was at the corner store, he'd get murked at the corner store.
Right.
Like we be having some signs up, some Black Lives Matter signs for Putin.
Right.
If Putin lived in Orange Mound, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's just crazy to me, man. I can't even completely wrap my head around how you could do such a thing. And then like the international community just being like, we gonna drop these sanctions on you, bruh. We gonna drop these sanctions on you. That'll definitely get him to stop. He's gonna know we mean business. When we tell him he can't sell his goods in the international market, he'll know we're for real. Yeah, he'll definitely stop then. Little side note, he ain't stopped, y'all.
He ain't stopped yet. But speaking of how you said that, man, I'm not gonna lie, how he basically just told folks like, look, this is between us and Ukraine. Stay up out of this. While I do not respect Putin for attacking Ukraine, that is probably some of the most gangster shit I've ever heard on the world stage in my life.
Why do you think Russia is always the bad guys in every movie, bro? It's because Russia is fucking gangster, bro. He's like, I'm beating Ukraine ass to a pulp over here. You better not come fuck with us.
Right.
He said, oh shit, what did motherfucking Project Pat say? I'm gonna come on your job, I'm gonna act a damn fool. If your boss walk in, I'm gonna clear it off cool. But if he step in my biz, I'm gonna whoop his ass too.
Right?
So I'm just saying, that's what Russia said. He said, hey,
man.
We gonna be cool, but you step in my biz and I'll whoop your ass too.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, bro.
That was sort of the most gangster things I've heard on the world
bro.
stage.
Oh, but not only did he say he was gonna whoop your ass, he said it will be consequences to which you have never seen. Is what he said. He was talking cash shit. Like he went to the bank. Like he said, I don't got a shop because I've been to the bank. I got my money. I'm dropping cash money on this shit. Talking.
Like who? Bro. Like look, man. It's between me and him. Bro. You step in, it's gonna get worse for you. Okay. Y'all stay your noses out of our shit.
Bro, Chris P, God rest his soul, man. He used to do a Russian impression, bro. And we used to always talk about Russians, man. They known for their barrels, man. They put you in the barrel after they murder your ass. I don't know if you ever seen was that Bad Boys when the dude would go into the cellar, he come back, he in the barrel.
Bad Boys too,
yeah. So they got red barrels, blue barrels, but most importantly, the most scariest barrels they got is the double barrels. You gotta watch out for double barrels. Bruh, that shit insane though, bro. They, like I said, man, I was telling somebody else, they was like, bro, Russia don't want to go to war with us, bro. I was like, bro, Russia crazy as fuck, bro. Russia is like that crazy friend that be doing shit just to be doing it, just so everybody know he crazy as hell, bro. It's fucking insane, man. Like I said, I can't imagine, bro. I don't even know, bro. I don't know. And then what's crazy though is if he does this and pulls it off, he ain't stopping. He's the bully on the program now. He taking everything.
Exactly. Like, I just mucked the whole world stage real quick.
Oh my God, Vladimir Putin is like Debo. We lost Tiny Lister. And Vladimir Putin was like, "Don't worry, I got y'all. I'm finna fill the hole." He said, "It's my country, punk." Boom. Upcut his ass. You want some of this shit too, old man? Told America don't want no beef, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. We world police all fucking year, all the time, my whole life. We've been going to straight wrongs. We've been laying motherfucking roads straight, man.
Exactly, man. Shoot.
And then this motherfucker step all on that shit, step on motherfucking America's whole fucking ideology, and you know what they did? No,
we are not about to fight you, man.
No, shoot. they running the other way, man. But whatever, man. Like I said, it's nothing you can do though, man. It's insane, man. And no video I watched, or article I read had a real answer other than being like, hey, we just not gonna fuck with him no more. Like he ain't gonna just be like fucking and keep doing what the fuck he doing.
Right. And at this point, man, like when this first thing whole started, man, supposedly, now here's one thing I want to know, man, or from what you've read. Because when I read, he's been even attacking those residential areas. I can understand if you're attacking military installations, but why just residential areas on the shit?
So listen, this is what's crazy, right? Like I've heard, it's bruh, everybody gonna tell me I always come back to race. But this come back to, I guess it come back to history, and the person who win get to tell the story.
Exactly.
A motherfucker tell you, oh, bruh, the white people took care of their slaves. That was their money. That was their property. Do you not treat your property well? Hell no. My car look like shit right this motherfucking moment. But that's not the point. The point is, some people are like, he's attacking residential areas. He's fucking shit up, right? But other people are like, the invasion is taking way longer than they thought because he's taking his time because he don't want to fuck it up. because he want them to be part of Russia. So he like, look, we not trying to destroy everything because I need you to come fuck with me. So if I destroy everything, you're gonna be like, I ain't fucking with Vladimir Putin no more. You know what I'm saying? So he trying. So supposedly, allegedly, he trying to keep everything intact as much as possible and just take out the resistance, just take out the military stuff. But like I said, I've heard both sides. But another thing though, man. Like my cousin Tim and my uncle said, I never got to know him as well because I was so young. But he said fighting ain't fair, man.
Oh no, it's not. When war happens, it's nothing's fair.
It's not fair, man. It's just you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. It's gonna be some what they call it
civilian casualties.
Yeah, civilian casualties, but it's another word for it. I don't know. It escapes me right now.
Collateral damage.
Collateral damage. Thank you. It's gonna be collateral damage. Missiles is pretty much on point, but every once in a while, you know what I'm saying, you get bad intel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Wind blow a little bit different than you thought. Nothing is 100. It's always gonna be mistakes. Yeah. I'm not excusing nothing. You know what I'm saying. If it is, you know what I'm saying. Like this is me reporting on something that's happening on the other side of the globe, probably directly. You know what I'm saying. So I have no clue what's going on. That's the crazy thing. As much coverage as it's been, and as much how connected the world is. Stuff can still happen and we don't know. We'll never know. We'll never truly know until we go to Russia and talk to some grandma sitting in the kitchen making gnocchi. Grandmas in Russia don't make gnocchi.
That's right.
But
I was like,
whatever Russian people make, she in the kitchen making that, and she'll tell us what happened. But I mean, besides that, man, who knows, man? Right. Who knows? And Putin gonna be like, nah, man, I would never blow up a civilian building on purpose. No, that wasn't me. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think Ukraine, they can't shoot. They might have shot that building down. You know what I'm saying? He probably blame it on them. Be like, they blew up them buildings. This is why I told y'all need to be on my team. I never miss.
Okay, quick disclaimer before we go further with this. We are not a news outlet, guys.
This Definitely
not.
Us
Definitely giving you guys news from Russia. We do not know exactly what's going on. This is our opinion piece from what we have heard and what we have read. So do not take anything we going out and be like, this is what's going on because I heard it on Ain't It Man. Although I appreciate you giving us a shout out, but no, this is not a news outlet, okay?
Yeah.
So do not take that as fact. However, that being said though, Vladimir is on some gangster shit. Real. I don't like it. I don't like it. But
did you look up anything about him personally?
About Vladimir Putin personally?
Yes.
Wasn't he part of like the KGB or something?
He was. He became the head of the KGB. Then when USSR fell, he became head of the new KGB.
Right.
But he has they call it he has like a higher tolerance to risk. I can't remember it had a name for it. It's like almost like a syndrome or something. But they said he was was it boxing or was it was something. He was in a car with his coach. Driving back to the school, and a truck with hay drove by. He tries to reach out the window and grab hay off of the truck. They almost crashed. And when he asked him, "What the fuck was you thinking?" He's like, "The hay smelled good. I wanted to smell it." Like that's how crazy he is. He was willing to risk his life. Like he don't see it as a risk almost. Like it's just another thing to him. It's like wiping his ass.
Right.
Like taking a risk is like wiping his ass, bro. Like he came up in USSR. He had that he doesn't have an aversion to risk taking. He fucking started as somebody's like assistant. And oh man, I don't want to mess the name of the coaches up.
Yeah.
But he had a quick rise over like a decade. He went from being like an assistant to a well-known politician to being president of Russia. And then not only that, the days leading up to him about to be president, his wife didn't even know that he was finna be president. He had known for days, but he was like, I ain't telling nobody until it happened. It ain't done until it's done.
Exactly, yeah.
And like he just and like this, they was like that's how he ride, bro. He keeps secrets. It's like he's secretive. He like to put on shows for people and shit, man. He fucking what I watch? He fucking like before this war. He went to go ask the parliament for permission to start a war. They thought he wouldn't start a war, but then on top of that, he doesn't have to ask anybody to start a war because, like our president, he's the commander in chief. If he want to send an army somewhere, he can send an army somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he just into this bullshit. It's like the world is his. It's almost like what I was telling you about the dictator in North Korea who told his people that he doesn't take a shit. Like. Bro, everybody shits, bro. You're human, bro. We're not going for this shit. But he just he has to have this whole he controls his narrative, controls his story, and like shows people what he wants them to see. He's out here no shirt on, wrestling animals and shit.
Look,
He fucking was a boxer.
didn't he wrestle a bear?
He fucking done all kinds of crazy shit, bro. He fucking just like insane, bro. He's fucking insane, and that's why we shouldn't be trying to go to war with them, because them motherfuckers is insane.
I swear.
And he's fucking like president for life. He's gonna be president for like 21 more years or something.
Ain't it,
like
man?
that.
That's nuts.
No, it was for 21 more years, so he has like 14 years left, 14 or 13 years left. Which also there's 14 to 13 more countries left to rebuild USSR. So if he do one a year, he'll be right on track.
But here's the thing: I honestly think he could take over a country in a year, in each country in succession?
Once he gets Ukraine, the reason why Ukraine is so important is because of all the resources and stuff,
right.
and not only that, but keeping their status quo as Russia being a powerhouse when it comes to selling natural gas, selling oil. So they need to be in control of Ukraine to keep that going. If they get Ukraine, they have more money. He can finance more wars. Who knows? That's the first piece. That's the first domino.
Yeah.
That's the first domino to drop. So hey, it ain't that jinx. But yeah, man, that's the first domino to fall. So who knows, man? Jay over here tripping. He didn't think I was gonna do this much research on my boy Vladimir, you know what I'm saying? But I had to know a little bit what I was talking about.
Right.
But I still don't know if any of it's true though. It all could be false, bro. You just never know with the internet in the world nowadays. Anybody can write anything.
It's true. But shoot, with him being able to take over a country a year, that would be a very crazy thing. But at what point do you think it would be like, okay, sanctions ain't enough? I'm thinking that if he somehow gets his hands on the doggone freaking Ukraine at this point, it's going to have to be some point where everyone else is going to be like, this is enough.
What's the last war you think America won?
Oh, God.
What's the last war we won?
We discussed this earlier. I think the last war we actually won was a Revolutionary War.
Or like a Civil War, if you want to
Civil War, if you want to talk technically.
Because we couldn't lose, because that was us either way. But, bro, we haven't won a war on somebody. Like, all we do is go to somebody else's land and try to control them, and you just can't do that, bro. It's especially when you stay on the other side of the world, you can't maintain power somewhere and like take over. All people doing is buying their time. They know America don't got the stomach. By America, I mean the American people. They know we don't got the stomach for war. As soon as you blow up something wrong, they're like, oh, look, we got to get out of there. We messed up. We blew up some kids. Which, and again, like I said, I'm not discounting anybody's life, but I am saying that war is unfair, it's dirty, it's grimy, and you know what I'm saying? It's no good gonna come of it. So if you at war, you can't be like, oh, we killed the wrong people. It's like, yeah, that happens all the time because it's war. You know what I'm saying?
War is going to have
that's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So I just, that being said, if it's somebody who run everything with an iron fist against somebody who got to worry about public opinion, person who runs stuff with an iron fist is gonna win. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
The way it is.
Plus, it's nothing we can do. I mean, if we escalate things to nuclear war, they shooting their nuclear warheads, and then ain't nobody gonna be able to live nowhere on Earth.
Exactly.
Or they gonna have 4 backs. You know what I'm saying?
How we gonna have 4
You gonna have 4 backs because it's gonna be like 4 people glued together after that from getting hit by the A-bomb, and we just all walking together and shit. But
then it's gonna make doggone going to the bathroom a pain though. Shit.
Y'all had to sync it up. Everybody had to go at the same time.
At the same time?
Dig one hole, everybody go at the same time.
Nah.
And y'all spin around, take turns digging the hole. Y'all be dizzy as hell though by the end. I'm just playing. This fucked up shit.
It's really a fucked up scenario. Sorry about that, guys. We did not mean to take that some way. That went way darker than what I was expecting.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, war is not fair though, guys. It's not going to be fair. There are going to be casualties. There are going to be civilian losses. And for it to escalate to that point where it brings America into this sort of situation or any other world superpower into this whole thing, it will escalate to a crazy point. So I'm hoping that when the next peace talks come up, because they already have one set of peace talks, and that didn't get them anywhere.
Yeah, they've been talking like even as they're bombing, they're talking. Yeah. But the peace talk is Ukraine gonna belong to Russia yet? No. Keep bombing. Keep bombing.
I'm hoping somehow they find some type of peaceful solution to this shit though before it goes even crazier. I don't care if it's the Ukraine has to not even pretend, but doggone be a bit of a territory or actually rejoin Russia, but something that ends.
They're saying that if Russia doesn't take it over outright, it'll be like a puppet regime that basically is like bow to the wheels of Russia. It'll basically be a Russian country, but not attached to
Russia, which is.
It's that's kind of what Belarus is like that now,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's another country over there as well that I can't think of right now that escapes me.
Right.
That's kind of off to the side and not really in the way or nothing.
Something that's not really that important.
I
I can't say it's not important, but
Belarus is like it's like one country over from Ukraine, or maybe the right next door. No, I feel like it's a space in between them, a small space in between the two. I don't know. I can't remember. I've been doing a lot of research, like I said. I've been on this.
You've been on this. You've been on this one.
I had some time. Yesterday to get right. But I don't know, man. What else can we say that ain't been said?
None really.
I think it's time.
You think it's time?
I think it's time, bro.
Kevin has something special for you guys, though, because I think I've said everything I want to say. So before he gets into what he's got to tell you guys, I want to let you guys know that we appreciate every single listen that comes out here. We appreciate you guys coming back here. We will be back at it again next week, same time, same place. I've been Jay. This has been Kevin.
Yeah. And this has been
Ain't It, man.
And we appreciate y'all checking us out, man. But, hey, on the way out, I got some little tunes for you, man. Y'all check this out. Let me know what y'all think, man. See if y'all fucking with it or not.
Ain't this the person gonna tell me?
Oh, yeah. And this is by my guy. Fubu Banks, which I found on SoundCloud. I say I found. Somebody put me up on it. My guy, Big Al, who probably listening in as well. He put me up on this Fubu Banks, and I think it sums up everything quite nicely.
He is a SoundCloud rapper, but he is a good rapper, y'all. Don't let that fool y'all. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Vladimir Putin, you a bitch. Vladimir Putin, you a hoe. Vladimir Putin, you a bitch. Vladimir Putin, you a hoe. Bitch, your face, smug as shit. And your wife, ugly as shit. And your kids, ugly as shit. Vladimir Putin, you really a bitch. Vladimir Putin, you a hoe. Vladimir Putin, you a bitch. Vladimir Putin, you a hoe. And Russia be sucking your dick. Russia, you ugly as shit. Every Russian bitch ugly as shit. Every Russian bitch busty as shit. And y'all ain't for that dust and hit. I don't play Tetris because it's Russian. I don't play roulette because it's Russian. I don't play chess because it's Russian. I don't have respect for none of them Russian. You got blue eyes and got blonde hair. Stay away. It's way too Russian. I don't have respect for none of them Russian. I don't have respect for none of them Russian. Vladimir Putin, you a bitch. Vladimir Putin, you a hoe. Vladimir Putin, you a bitch. Vladimir Putin, you a hoe. You think that you up in this scope, but you ain't cause you really a hoe. Pussy nigga don't really want woke. We got soldiers that's ready to blow. Fuck Russia, 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 and it's wood, fuck Russia, fuck Russia, fuck Russia, fuck Russia, fuck Russia, fuck Russia. I can't trust you. Fuck Russia, I can't trust you.
Nothing else to say.